Hi, my name is Alan from Alan Way Property. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about an upcoming new condominium in the East. This condo is none other than one of the most sought after address, Meyer Road. Meyer Blue is the next blockbuster property development by UOL and Singapore Land. Can this project lift off the sluggish new home market? Will there still be pent-up demand, especially for good location freehold project with a direct sea view facing? As usual, I will study the site in detail and do a SWOT analysis. Here, let's go. Let's touch on the site details first. Meyer Blue is sitting on land formerly occupied by Meyer Park. It was sold en bloc to a tie-up between UOL Singapore Land for 392 million. The price translates to a land rate of 1668 PSF PPR, including a 7% bonus balcony area. Sited at 81 and 83 Meyer Road, the development with 60 units now sit on a freehold land of 96,000 square feet and has a gross plot ratio of 2.8. Both UOL and Sing Land are separate listed entities controlled by the Wee family, which own and run United Overseas Bank. UOL and Sing Land, vice their respective subsidiary, hold 80% and 20% in this joint venture. Let me kepo here. I'm always curious how much each owner will receive from this en bloc windfall. Let's make my life easier by assuming all the signs are the same. A simple division of 392 million by 60 units. Wow, 6.5 million each. That is why landed property and resale condo prices in District 15 all shot up in the past few years. Let's go into the land cost. Based on the winning bid, this worked out to a break-even cost of 2722 PSF PPR based on HPROP data. How much will the developer be selling them for? Seriously, I also don't know. As usual, more information will only be released close to the booking date. But a quick assumption can reveal the following. Based on a 15% profit margin, the estimated selling price will be 3,100 per square feet. And based on a higher, more realistic margin of 25%, which I think this is likely the case, 3,400 per square feet will be the new norm in the Meyer area. Well, is that possible? Let us come back to this later on. Anyway, this is some of the artist's impression of this new development. There are 226 units, from 2 bedrooms to 5 bedrooms and penthouses. There are the usual facilities from 40-meter swimming pool, children pool to BBQ pit. There is also a coastal gym to sky gym to function room. There will also be bicycle parking bays to electrical charging points. Next, let's go to the typical floor plan. There are no 1 bedroom. The smallest units start from 2 bedroom that measure 62 square meter to 66 square meter. The typical 3 bedroom measure from 92 square meter to 106 square meter. 4 bedroom from 142 square meter to 161 square meter. And 5 bedrooms at 177 square meter. And 2 penthouses from 274 to 278 square meter. These are the typical floor plans for the showroom unit. This is a 2 bedroom premium. It measures 62 square meter or 667 square feet. Dumbbell layout with an open concept kitchen from the main door. 2 bedroom by the side and behind are the bathroom. As usual, the balcony and aircon latch are in the front. For the 3 bedroom, it measures 106 square meter or 1141 square feet. There is an enclosed kitchen parallel to the living room. To the rear is a storeroom. The balcony faces the front and the bedrooms are all to the side. All the bedrooms have the same facing. Internal walls are hackable. For the 4 bedrooms, you have an open concept kitchen with the option to enclose it with a sliding door. It comes with a private lift that leads you straight to the apartment. There is also a study area that can be converted into a helper room. The bedrooms are all to the front except for the junior master facing the rear. So much about the floor plans, let's dive straight into the SWOT analysis. In terms of location, this is a Meyer Road location. Let's face it, this is the Ardmore Road of Orchard Road. The best of the best. But I think Marine Parade is more convenient for the heartland boy like me. Anyway, for those who want to stay near the city with the same kind of demographic, you know what I mean, then this is the place. This is one of the very few freehold sites being put up for sale. You want to buy, also no stock. The owners here are all very cash rich one. I do their business, I know. If you're waiting for fire sale, you can continue to wait long. Another strength is the developer track record. Needless to explain further, UOL is a household name for most private property owners. They are a reputable homegrown company with sound financing and known for their design and workmanship. I personally find them to be clean, luxurious, and timeless. Any other nice word to describe it? Sorry, I really don't know. I only know it's the We family that control it. Strangely, my name is also We. There is a Chinese saying, 同人不同命。我甲你講，有對真的是無相嘅。Let's take a look at the site map. In terms of its location, it is sandwiched in between two MRT stations, Katong Park and Tanjong Katong MRT station. Although Katong Park is slightly nearer, most owners drive, so no issue. The only concern are their children and the spouse who may not be driving. Let's take a look at the proximity to school. Real or not, no school, not even within 2 km. This means family looking at primary school will rule them out. Pay so much and not within 1 km. How like that? Let's take a look at the land itself. Small at the front and wide at the back, especially facing the sea. Not bad, at least got more exposure to the sea facing. But this also means the other half will not have a sea view, only landed view. Why go for the second best if we are so near to the sea? Correct? Anyway, this is considered a small to mid-sized development with 226 units. Not too huge and not too small to have an economy of scale. But I can only say at least there will be sufficient volume to have meaningful resale transactions. Let's zoom into the opportunity. Can make money or not? Firstly, what kind of prices do you think the developer will be selling this site for? As I shared earlier, the break-even cost is 2722 PSF PPR based on HPROP data. 15% margin is 3001 per square feet. Any higher, then the selling price will obviously be higher. Is that doable in the Meyer area? Okay, let's look no further at two nearby Meyer condos. First one, Meyer Mansion by UOL Land. This site is along Meyer Road and not too far away from Meyer Blue. It is also on freehold tenure and comprises 200 units and TOP most recently this year. Let's take a look at the most recent resale prices. A most recent transaction was sold for the cool 400,000 per feet. Not too bad. This is a 4-bedder located on the high floor. It was purchased for 2,606 PSF and flipped for 2,832 PSF. Not a lot in my opinion after stamp duty and other expenses, but at least never lose money. This is the most important consideration. The next one will be Meyer House. This is another UOL project. This is formerly known as Nana Mansion, which was sold en bloc. UOL position itself very well in the east, from Amber 45 to Meyer House and now Meyer Blue. Anyway, let's take a look at the only profitable transaction in this project. So far, there is only one profitable deal. This seller made a cool 1.37 million in just 2 years. Pay SSD also can cover. Impressive. It was initially bought at 2663 PSF, which was a record high back then. And now prices stood at 3124 PSF. This will set the new benchmark price for UOL to price Meyer Blue. Here, do take note that there are insufficient transactions to make any meaningful assessment regarding the resale activity for such price quantum. Anyway, we can see that the high of yesterday has become the new low of today. Property price in Singapore is a very strange one. You pray it will drop, sorry ho, it will continue to go higher and higher. As usual, my only concern is the timing of the market. As we all know, property prices are at their all-time high. Will it continue to go further up or will it come down? Seriously, nobody will know. Always buy to wait and not wait to buy. Later you'll be priced out of the market. Another try I feel is how the developers are going to price their project. Obviously, most developers will want to maximize profit. This is the same for all property sellers. But can the market really absorb such prices is anybody's guess. I believe UOL is seasoned in the game to have sold Waterhouse and other luxurious projects. Such projects are known to appeal to the very discreet and most importantly, very appealing to PRs and foreigners who are not eligible to buy landed homes in mainland Singapore. As we can see from this data for Meyer House, a significant pool are PR and foreigners. They are attracted to the generous space with a freehold tenure and in a choice location. However, the revised ABSD for foreigners may deter many such buyers. This means this project must be local play instead of foreign play. As you can see from the unit mix, there is really a telltale sign. Unit mix and sizes are skewed towards affordability, targeting investors and own stay, especially for the 3 bedrooms. The bigger units are usually targeted at the more affluent kind. As usual, buy with a long-term horizon. Good property like Meyer Blue in this locality is quite hard to come by, especially for newer projects. Coupled with a reputable developer and quality finishing, I'm sure Meyer Blue can hold its value very well like UOL other projects in the East. Here, if you are keen to explore further, kindly let me know. Preview is on 21st September to 1st October. See you then and take care.